This is Kathy Chase.
It's broke. It's broke.
I'm not sure, but this is what I thought.
It's
I thought
They're broke.
the Lynyrd Skynyrd Freebird song was kind of how some of the concept of the Alice in Chains song Wood came from. That's just what I thought. I don't know if it's true or if it's false. Lynyrd Skynyrd is a southern band in which they have southern in the south they have the Confederate flag. The Confederate flag has an X, as people know, and the Confederate flag, is North versus South, and the slaves for the Civil War. I guess since that song was written, they wanted to change things and try to make me into this slave, because the song is about me. I don't know what I thought the song was about me being free, but I'm not sure. That's just what I thought the concept of the Alice in Chains song and where it came from had to do with the Lynyrd Skynyrd song, because there's some comparable lyrics to Lynyrd Skynyrd to the Wood song from Alice in Chains, and that song is on the single soundtrack. It says you can't change me because I'm a free bird, and that's what I had thought. That is one of the most played songs on the radio for the past, I don't know, 20 years or so. So what I had thought is that that's where a couple lines from the song Alice in Chains Wood had came from, but I'm not totally sure. They wouldn't, if they wanted to comment on that, I don't know. But that is where I had thought that whole thing, and then the high school people came around, or whatever presidents wanted to change that, because they've tried to label me as I don't know, different either like military or like police or CIA or FBI or something, because that is what they have on like the CIA, the FBI, and the nation's bird is a symbol of government, and so that is where I thought that song came around as to being about. And as I said, they've totally desecrated my life because of who I stand for, as far as I'm a good person, I have good character, I have good intentions unto others, and I've never made my life be one that was wanting to hurt other people. I never have sought out to hurt other people, and other people wanted to gang up on me with things I didn't know about and was never aware of. So I don't know. You can compare the Lynyrd Skynyrd lyrics with Freebird and the Alice in Chains Wood song, but I don't know. That's just what I had thought. So slavery chains, as I said, and Alice in Wonderland through the Looking Glass, and then Alice in Chains initials are AIC, and backwards that is CIA, the initials, and then they've claimed this wall thing. Well, backwards is law, and these people want to go backwards with relationships that they should have had to begin with. So I don't know. This is just what I think. So, as I said, my life is very scary with the things I've uncovered and found, and the fact that people just suddenly attacked me in my life when I had no clue of what was going on. And then you have a hypnotic change where I was put under hypnosis for many years, and as a result I didn't know a lot that was going on, and people sat back and watched as I was uncovering aspects of my life that I knew nothing about. And so you know, very, very scary. And I don't know what to do. I've been wanting to know what to do for a long time, but I have never figured it out. So I've just kind of documented and try to figure things out day by day. But the process has been scary, and I've been extremely, extremely, extremely abused at times during this process. So just, you know, this is just, you know, I don't know, people can look through the music and find things relevant when they're, as I said, they've used music that's kind of irrelevant when it comes down to it, because there was music and movies that were used before my time, meaning before I was born. As I said, Pink Floyd, The Wall, and then Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Now that I figured out my foot thing, the Dark Side of the Moon and the Prism, which has a rainbow on it, and the song called Money with the football. As I said, my foot incident did not happen until I was 10 or 11 years old. That album was out in 1973, right around, probably before I was born. The video was out in 1973, but I'm pretty sure it would have been written in probably 1972, which was before I was even born. So, as I said, the Pink Floyd album, the Dark Side of the Moon, and then my foot, how that occurred, and then I finally, within the past week or so, I figured out the moon thing, and the Neil Armstrong thing, and because I had only gotten the football part of the Dark Side of the Moon, but then I never really correlated the moon thing right away. So, and then the Atomic Heart Mother was definitely in the 60s. I'm pretty sure it was 1968, which is the first year on the courthouse down there. And I am 38 years old, and as I said, there's been a lot of Pink Floyd music used upon the planning of what they've done to me in my life, and I know Pink Floyd's not responsible, but at the same time, I don't think they probably like people maliciously using their music to try to harm people. So, you know, I was just living a quiet life until recent years and the attacks. And as I said, a hypnotic change, and then all the state programs with the rainbows all over them, which everybody knows is a plan and a plot to you know, use my life. And you know, I don't know if it was a Rainbow Push Coalition, and you push doors open or closed with the you know, it's a African American group for African Americans' rights, and here I am being abused during the first African president. And so you know, as I said, you push or you pull a door open, and they thought they were going to push my pacemaker button because of something that I've proven over and over again to be premeditated, because they were trying to use the Singles, the movie, and so forth. I think I've established a good amount of evidence. And as I said, the tic-tac-toe thing, the X's and the O's, the O for oppression and O Street, and the new bridges and the bridges, and then the X's and O's, tic-tac-toe, the X for Confederate flag, meaning I'm basically a slave, and that's why you don't see media around. I'm basically their money slave, you know. I generate lots of money for them, but all they know how to do is abuse me and want to hurt me. Money was kind of, I guess that's how things kind of started out with the foot thing, but it's kind of strange considering I was my foot hadn't even happened until 10 years after that was written. So, and as I said, other music and movies used before I was even born. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was one of them by the Beatles. Jody, my sister, had that album when we were growing up on Quail Ridge Circle. Jody was in the Duran Duran fan club, and she had everything, Duran Duran, everything everywhere. And one time she won a jean jacket from the fan club, and then also she had a little Simon from the Chipmunks doll with glasses, and I talked about Tony the Toad we had, and so forth, and then the Tony came from one of the soap operas where you had Bo and Hope. I can't remember which one it was, As the World Turns, or Days of Our Lives, or something like that. Bo and Hope. Women out there might remember which soap opera it was. But you know, I don't really know what to do. I don't know what to say other than it's obvious that people I hadn't even had planned this before I had even met them, meaning because the music shows me that people that I hadn't even met yet, meaning Randy Scott Traver or Robert Chase, before I'd even met them, there was evidences dating back to years before I'd even met them that this was planned, you know. And I guess they wanted to, I don't know why people would set out to want to hurt someone on a public scale like this and make a big scene and use music and movies in such a malicious way to ruin lives, meaning me and my children. As I said, you know, my children weren't even born when some of these plans took place, and they've set out to ruin their lives as well. And you know, as I said, I don't know what to do. I haven't known what to do. I keep thinking about where to go or what I should do, and I don't even know. Because if I knew what to do, I would have done it a long time ago, as I've said a billion times. If I knew what to do, I would have done it a long time ago. But as I said, most of the important stuff I didn't find out until the last year. Because nobody told me. Nobody told me nothing. Nobody told me. All I know is I've been abused, and I've been asking for help and asking questions, and then, you know, during the abuse, it brought me more and more and more and more fame. And then that was the sabotage, and I know the sabotage was part of it. I don't know definition of sabotage and so forth. And the Charlotte's Web and the Web and Mr. Webb and principals at schools and teachers, and so, you know, as I said, if I would have known, I've been trying to figure this out for years, what's going on and what do I need to do? You know, I've been asking and asking lots of questions and during all this abuse, because I had never figured out why, and there's still no reason why. There's no reason to abuse people.